Okay. Anyone got any questions? Oh, the boy in the last row. it's our student.
Thank you. Professor Sachs, I'm a student from Department of Philosophy. As you say, the rapid development of AI caused some anxiety about my future prospects as a philosophy student. So I'm curious about how do you view the role and the value of liberal arts disciplines in the age of AI? And could you give some advice to young students like me? Thank you.
Oh my. We're all asking this question. The value of a liberal arts education starts with the value to just you as a human being. I think the most important part of liberal arts education is the cultivation and the enrichment of ourselves. It's not necessarily a particular fact or a subject that you will learn or a particular skill that you'll develop, although you will learn to be able to address many different kinds of issues. But to my mind, the most important part of education in my own life experience is even the hope to try to understand the world that we're in and the intrinsic value of that for any sense of oneself and one's grounding. I think this is a very deep point, and every thinker and philosopher has reflected on this question, that we want to understand our place. And that's quite different from learning a particular talent. A liberal arts education is crucial for understanding one's place in a very complicated world. And I think for many of us, the favorite part of the Republic, which I mentioned by Plato, is in the cave. And we see the flickering images of shadows on the wall, but we don't understand at all the reality that is producing those shadows on the wall. And Plato talks about the difficult steps. It's actually Socrates talking about the difficult steps of ascending from the cave into the bright sunlight. And when you reach the bright sunlight, first you're blinded, but then you actually can see. And you can understand also where the shadows were coming from reflected on the front of the cave. To my mind, this is the most basic answer. It doesn't answer the question what job you're going to have, what future there's going to be. Those are all questions I'm supposed to have some competence about as an economist. But I want to say, as a human being, an enriched education is, I think, the greatest gift we can have and the most luck we can have. I would also say that as I've gotten older, I've liked the idea of civilizational depth more and more, a certain grounding in a culture, in a history, in understanding that long history, in understanding your place in society by understanding where we have come from, and also by understanding the diversity of the world, is truly essential for any kind of grounding. So stay at it, read widely. Your AI can read a lot faster than you, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't improve your life. If you want to improve your life, you have to do the reading, and you have to do the looking, and you have to do the understanding. And the AI can be your friend in that, answering lots of facts clarifying lots of things, but it can't substitute for the phenomenon of your own life. And that can only be enriched by your own understanding. Let me say a word on just the pure economics of this issue. I do suppose that AI and technological advances, if we don't blow ourselves up and avoid all of the geopolitical disasters, will make our lives better in the sense that our material conditions will improve and the amount of time that we spend actually at work will decrease. And this has been part of history for the last 2 centuries. Not uniformly and not in a linear way, but I'm impressed that in the United States today, if you look at adults age 16 and above, the average amount of time spent at work, this is across all days of the week and across all adults, the average time is 3 hours and 10 minutes per day. That's because we have weekends, we have holidays, we have retirement, we have schooling. But it means that an economy of $80,000 per person is supported by an average of 3 hours and 10 minutes per day. If you had looked 200 years ago, people would spend 12 hours a day working. The physical, and it would be physical labor, very difficult, shortening lives because it was very hard on the bodies as well. And I count that as material progress. And it gives the opportunity to think, to look, to travel, to enjoy, and so on. So I believe that AI can help us in that way. And there's a very wonderful, famous essay worth people looking at by an economist, the economist John Maynard Keynes, who lived in the 20th century, and he was the greatest political economist in the 20th century, in my view. And he wrote an essay in 1930 called The Economic Possibilities for Our Grandchildren. And he said that by the time of my grandchildren, writing in 1930, they will have short work weeks, and the biggest issue will be what to do with their lives, rather than knowing how to go. And he was right about many things, and that trend is increasing. The difficulties are two. One is not equally, because some people are impoverished by these changes and others made better off. That's a societal problem about the common good that we have been discussing. The other question is, suppose we really do have more time, because the robots from Unitree really can do everything we need to do. They can wash the dishes, they can clean up, they can tend to the factories, they can grow the crops, and so on. Quite possible. Then what do we do as human beings to make lives that are meaningful, flourishing, happy, and so on? That's a real issue, but a good one, because it means a world of more possibility. My first advice would be go to school longer, learn more things, enjoy, cultivate knowledge. And I must say also, I'm just reminded, Aristotle thought about the same question naturally in 2330 BC, and he said that the via contemplativa, the contemplative life, is the best of all lives. Of course, he was a philosopher, so he was talking about his own idea, but the joy of knowledge is an intrinsic joy, not only an instrumental joy. So study hard and enjoy your studies, and you'll learn some good skills along the way.